Baruchuni leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Seitchem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim hakadosh baruch hu. Let's turn ahead to page 11, and we'll continue with Lechune Ranena, Psalm 95, at the top of the page. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Ladonai. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai. Naria, naria, letzuri shenu, nekadama fanav betoda. Naria, naria, letzuri shenu, bizmirot naria lo. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai. Lechune ranena, lechune ranena, lechune ranena, ladonai. We will turn to page 14 and continue in the middle of the page with Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, umlo. Yiram hayam, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, umlo. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim. Yismechu hashamayim. V'tagel haaretz. And now, let's turn to page 20. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. And we'll sing together Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Let's turn the page to page 21. I invite everyone to please rise, and we'll continue with Psalm 29, Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai Bnei Elim, Havul Adonai Kavod Va'oz, Havul Adonai Kevod Shemo, Hishtachavul Adonai Behadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al Hamayim El HaKavod Hirim Adonai al Mayim Rabim. Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arasim, Vayishaber Adonai et Arzei Halvanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel כמו ונראים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות, ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד, אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. You may be seated. We will continue now with Lachadodi, the prayer that officially welcomes Shabbat. We are currently in what's known as the 3-week period. It's the 3 weeks that lead up to Tisha B'Av, and it's actually supposed to be the most solemn period of the year. And so there's a special melody that's used for Lachadodi during this period in remembrance and honor of Tisha B'Av. For those who know the song or the prayer Eli Tzion, which is sung on Tisha B'Av, it's the melody for that we use for Lachadodi. So we will begin on page 23. We'll do the first 2 stanzas, and then the middle stanza on 24, and the final stanza on 25 for Lachadodi. Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela, Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi'anu el hamiyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, Leshem u'letiferet ve'litehila, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha, Ki hi mekor haberacha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machashava techila, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Middle of 24. Hitoreri, ki va'orech u'miori, Uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigala, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise, face the entrance of the chapel. Page 25. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha u'v'tzola, Toch emunei am segula, Boi chala, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lechadodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. And now that we've officially welcomed Shabbat. We'll continue with the Psalm for Shabbat, page 27 at the top of the page. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatecha baleilot, ale asor v'ale navel, Alehi gayon bechinor mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards. We'll continue with Sadiqat Tamar, middle of 28. Sadiqat Tamar yifarach ke'erez balvanon iske shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafarihu Od Yenuvun B'Seva Deshenim Verananim Iyu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tsuri Tsuri Velo Avalatabo. And before we continue with Mariv, I invite everyone to turn to page 178. We will continue with the prayer for the state of Israel, Avinu Shabbat Shamayim. We will sing the beginning together, and then we'll recite the prayer in English. Page 178. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Barech, Barech, et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Geulateinu, Hagen Aleha, Bevrat Chastecha, Uferos Aleha, Sukat Shalomecha, Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Avinu Shabbat Shamayim, stronghold and redeemer of the people Israel, bless the state of Israel, that it may be the beginning of our redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace, guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel, strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy, and let us say, Amen. We will now turn back a few pages to page 173. We'll continue with the Mishaberach prayer for those who are ill. If you have a name of someone among your friends, your family, a loved one who you want to say their name out loud this evening, please go ahead and rise in your place, and after we read through our list, we'll be able to say the name out loud. Those who are online, if you want to unmute at that time, you may do so as well. We'll begin by singing the Debbie Friedman Mishaberach at the top left-hand corner of 173. Mishaberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless blessed the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Tal ben Sarah, Shoshana bat Yochevet, Ilya Yisrael Richter ben Rachel, Chaviva Eliana bat Sarah, Fegahana bat Sima, Ira Zelig ben Yehudit, Binyamin Leib ben Devora, Yaakov Achana bat Rivka Simcha, Asher ben Leah, Harav Yaakov ben Esther, Binyamin Yosef ben Nechama Chana, Manoach ben Ilana Michal, Shena Razel bat Sima, Aviva Rachel bat Devora Leah, Esther Tenenbaum, Harvey Ruskin, Diane Shotaro, Rachel Langer, Lee Gershin, Jack Azuz, Gloria Yoder, Batya Podos, Harold Albert, Andrea Kotke, Jennifer Brown Lerner, Eva Curis, Ken Gasser, Harvey Colchin, Marilyn Lafer, Jennifer Hayden, Julia Damaro, Diana Nguyen, Betty Harvey, Manoach Finston, Doreen Klosky, Francis Gilston, Elva Pineda, Deborah Diamond, Stanley Satz, Judy Pitkovsky, Jeannie Kess, and Liba Fried.
Mary Cameron Gomez, Terry Lucanis, Patty Box,
John Wood.
And is there anyone online who would like to add a name? Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. We will continue now with the Mariv service back on page 39a. I invite everyone to please rise for the Baruch Hu. We have a minyan between those who are here and those online. Page 39a. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Hayolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. Please join me as we read in English on page 39a, the first bracha of Mariv. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. U'mavir yom u'mevi laila, u'mavdil ben yom u'vein laila, Adonai Tsevaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamim lo chaleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hamahari v'aravim. We'll turn to page 40 and continue with Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amacha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu B'shokveinu u'v'kumeinu Nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu, u'vahem nege yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו Yisrael. Sarah, come here. Sarah Hecht is having her bat mitzvah with us in a few weeks and is one of our religious school students. And can you lead us in Shema Ve'ahavta? Okay, nice and loud. Come right here. Page 41. Go for it.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבביך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לפניך, ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
All right, great job. Yasher koach, Sarah. Thank you. And we will continue now with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema privately, page 42. V'haya im Shema. Okay. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Top of 43a. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו, ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. We'll continue with Mi Chamocha, top of page 44. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot osei fele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe, ze'eli anu ve'amru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. We'll continue now with Hashkivenu, top of page 45, the nighttime prayer for peace. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו Sukat Shelomecha, Betachanenu Beitza Tova, Milefanecha, Vehoshienu Leman Shemecha. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Uferos aleinu sukat shelomecha, Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al kol Amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We'll continue now with Veshamru and Chatzi Kaddish on page 46. Please rise. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. ועמד יברך כרותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. And we'll now continue with the private silent Amidah for Shabbat, page 47 through page 52. Say shalom, shalom b'maromav. Yaseh shalom. Say shalom, shalom b'maromav. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom, shalom b'maromav yaseh shalom. We'll now turn to page 54, and we'll continue with the full Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadashem merabam. Be'almadi v'rach yirutei v'amlich malchutei b'chai echonu v'yomechonu b'chai rechol beit Yisrael b'agalav v'zman karim v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shemei rabam mevarach le'alam u'le'al me'almaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yithamam v'yitmaseh v'yithadar v'yithala v'yithalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min chol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'yimeru. Amen. Titkabal tzalotahon v'atahon d'chol Yisrael kodama v'hon v'yishmaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chaim alin v'el kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh shalom imramav v'yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. I invite everyone to turn to page 55 and to either remain standing or to please rise for the Shabbat evening Kiddush. Page 55. Savarim Anunan v'Rabbanan v'Rabotai Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu B'Shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit Ki hu yom techila lemikraei kodesh Zechel Yitziat Mitzrayim, Ki avanu v'acharta, Ve'otanu kidashta, Mikol ha'amim, Ve'shabbat kodshecha, Be'ahava uvratzon, Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We'll continue with Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu leshabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula le'otzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'goraleinu kechol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד על כן יכבד לך אדוני אלוהינו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. At this time, we will take a moment to remember those who are no longer with us. And this Shabbat, we remember the yahrzeits of Annette Tepper, Helen Farkas, Irma Berkowitz, Kay Kaplan, Samuel Shallett, and Sophie Malloy. And if there's anyone else you're remembering this evening, please take a moment to remember them in your mind and in your heart. May their memory be for goodness and for a blessing. We'll continue with Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divara Kirutei ve'amlich Malchutei, B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam alalme almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal, Shemei dekudesha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated. In a few moments, we will conclude with Adon Olam, but before then, a couple of announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Okay, the Sisterhood Honey Sale fundraiser is still on. The offer of free delivery is still good if you place your order by August 8th, which is in just about a week. The next big event to announce is the active shooter training. Is that right, Vicky? And that's August 18th? Sunday, August 18th, so that's 2 weeks from Sunday. That'll be here from 2 to 4:30. Special Agent, got his name for a second, Mike Hopkins of the FBI will be here to conduct a training, what to do if there is an active shooter incident in the synagogue. And everyone is invited. The event is free. And I think that's about all I got. Is there anything else we need to announce tonight?
Run for their lives.
Oh, thank you very much. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, every Sunday morning at the JCC at 10 o'clock, there's a rally in support of the Israeli hostages who are still being held in Gaza. The name of the event is Run for Their Lives. It's actually sponsored by a national organization. And what we do is meet at the JCC at 10. There will be a small ceremony, like reading the names of the hostages, saying a prayer, and then taking a short walk around the JCC campus. This happens every Sunday morning, and it will go on until all of the hostages have been returned. So if you are interested, please join the group. Sunday morning, 10 o'clock at the JCC.
Okay, thank you, Marty. And then I would also like to add that in about roughly a week and a half will be Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, where we commemorate the destruction of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. And even though the Holy Temple was a long time ago, of course, there is a lot of relevancy now in terms of the persecution that we are facing as Jews and what's going on in the state of Israel. So we will be having our Tisha B'Av service on Monday evening, August 12th. I believe the time will be at 7:30 p.m. Since we're still in the summer, things start a little bit later. Ellen, do you remember if that's the right time from our? Yes. 7:30 p.m. We will be reading the book of Eicha. We will also be adding some additional supplementary readings and prayers for the hostages and for the situation in Israel. And those readings were actually written by survivors of the different attacks that have happened in the context of October 7th. So that will be part of the service as well. So again, that's Monday evening, August 12th at 7:30, and that will be here in the chapel. Yes, Jimmy? No, there won't be anything in the morning, no. There'll be minyan that morning, but that's not part of Tisha B'Av. But Tuesday morning, there won't be a service. It'll just be Monday evening, the 12th. Okay, with that, let us conclude with Adon Olam on page 211. Adon Olam asher malach beterem kol yetzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra. Adon Olam asher malach beterem kol yetzir nivra le'et nasa v'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra. ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה. אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא. והוא אחד ואין שני להמשילו להכבירה בלי ראשית בלי תכלית ולא העוז והמשרה. אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא. והוא אלי וחי גואלי בצור חבלי בעת צרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא. אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא. בידו אבקיד רוחי בעת אישן ועירה ואם רוחי גוויעתי אדוני לי ולא אירא. אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא. אזי מלך שמו נקרא. אזי מלך שמו נקרא. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining us. There'll be a small oneg in the lobby, so please join us for that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Good Shabbos.